Alright, everybody. Hey, how y'all doing? Welcome to Vesta Angels Tarot. This is going to be a reading for January the 21st, 2025. I hope everybody is well. Okay, so as you can see for today's title, it is Mars going back into Gemini, and this is going to be Vedic sidereal, not Western or tropical astronomy or astrology. Okay. So I believe maybe tropical or western would say that Mars is in Cancer right now, but for Vedic, Mars just left Cancer and went back to Gemini. Now, as several other videos before, I explained that a great phenomenon, which is that Mars has only been retrograde only between Cancer and Gemini, um, started last year into this year. Um, and Mercury, Mars, most of all the energies go from zodiac sign to zodiac sign, right? And then it will go maybe back to one to be a type of retrograde and then move forward. But it only has been going back and forth between Gemini and Cancer. So any of you that may be a Gemini or Cancer, you probably can attest to that, right? So Mars went back to Gemini as of I believe the 19th. Hey Reese, how you doing? Let me get your papers. Yeah. Um and it's gonna be like this up until June. Okay. So this is not a reading saying, hey, this is the last time that this is in Gemini, blah blah blah. No, it's got to go back to Cancer again. Um you got pneumonia too? Oh, I just got over it. I still got a little cough every now and then. Um, yeah, I'm so sorry you feel bad. Um, but they did say that it was some type of alleged epidemic of something that was, you know, out there. I know a lot of people at my job, customers that I'm interacting with also has it. Well, yeah, I'm a lot more mobile right now, moving around. I'm just so glad that that cough, and it wasn't the C word, but it had a lot of allegedly symptoms very similar to the C word. But um, it's so unfortunate that you don't feel well. I'm so sorry, Reese. Okay. Now, what did I want to say? Um, I know a lot of things has been going on the past couple of days, right? And you welcome to say in the chat on how you feel about it. But I've been watching the ceremony, that type of ceremony, the past couple of days, and I really wanted to do that reading today, but I really need to go ahead and do this Mars in Gemini because it's pertinent. Okay, it's pertinent that we get this read out because of Mars being in Gemini and not Cancer anymore. Um, these cards is going to reflect what's going on right now. You got the Mars energy. We all know that Mars is connected to the fire sign of Aries, because Aries is not only just first house, but not only first house for you, somebody else, a friend, a family, a co-worker, a boss, um, a spouse, a lover, child, whatever. Okay. Um, each person is their own person, right? And that will be first house. Um, And then Mars is the energy of Aries along with Scorpio. So, um, you can connect it to fire signs in general, also Leo and Sag, but the first house ruler would be Aries, okay? I did choose these other two. I don't think maybe we need them because there's lots of different cards in this deck that can represent this. Of course, I got third house of Gemini right here. That also has been coming out, right, for the past couple of readings, because of the transition, because of that shift, leaving a water sign, transitioning over to a air. Okay, so it's no longer about feelings and emotions. Now it's going to be about communication. Okay, so I'm trying to see which one of these I want to use. Let's go ahead and use spontaneity and then also the Aries I am. Yeah. And we're just using these as reference. Um, as you understand, like I just said, okay? Now, what I really have been seeing that I really want to say a little bit about, and we're going to do that in a separate reading. The First Lady, the now First Lady. What I have been noticing every time I see her in her inauguration outfit, and you look at her hat, right? Can anybody in the future, maybe when you see this video, or anybody that's here now, give me your first thought or one type of word that comes to your mind when you see her hat that she was wearing. Okay? Hey, Miss Linda, how you doing? While y'all do that, I'm going to go ahead and get your cards that we're going to be using. And I just want to see, like, because y'all know y'all always in class with me. So I want to see, and this is not emotional or personal or anything like that. I just want to see what type of word comes to your, okay, hiding her eyes. Very good. What else did y'all um pick up just by the hat itself? Okay. What type of intuitive words or intuitive description, adjective? You said morning or witchy. Okay. What else? Well, we don't have very many people in here right now. Masculine. Very good. Okay. And we're going to do this reading tomorrow. It been with me for 2 days. I'm going to tell you the one that's coming to my mind. Now, let me say this first. What planet or energy just went direct the end of last year? Towards the end of last year. And also what planet right now is retrograde? I want to see how much y'all pay attention. Now, trick question, because it's more than one planet retrograde right now. But I'm going to go ahead and say it. Saturn and Jupiter. Who said that? Reese and Mars. Okay. Well, Reese got it. Reese got it. It's Saturn and Jupiter. If you go back, or if you know, think back in your mind as a replay, right? Replay, which is Mercury energy, mercurial, what we're talking about right here. If you look at her hat, it's given Saturn. Now, Saturn doesn't have rings from the pictures that they show. And remember that the pictures that we see are just pictures. All of these are plasma, is pure energy, okay, including the stars. The pictures that we see that we're fed is pictures, but that's what we associate with because that's all we know. But the true energy of these planets is energy. It's energy. It's plasma. The same thing that allegedly you may see with these, what you call orbs or things that's floating around, right? Um, it's an energy ball, okay? Remember that we also are energy, right? Everything is energy. Everything is energy. You also remember they say that everything is a non-physical item, even though it's physical in this reality or this realm. How they say also something is not there until you really turn around and look at it, and then those particles or and particles of it come back together to form the shape of that item. Okay? Because nothing here is far as anything substance is real except for the earth. Remember that the earth is an actual living energy or entity. Okay? So, but I'm saying all that to say when you look at her hat, it's given Saturn. Now, if you think back to um, all the videos I did toward the middle of last year, around when Jupiter, well, not only Jupiter, but Saturn first went retrograde, all the way up until Christmas and etc. Right? I kept saying that the shift and the change was going to be about the truth. Okay, it was going to be about the truth. It was going to be about Saturn Kala, which is time, was the shift. That was the actual shift in everything. When Saturn went back to direct, regard, this not even about who you voted for. Okay, let me let's get maturity here while we're talking. We're not talking about who you voted for. We're talking about the energy of the shift and when it happened and when it started. It happened when Jupiter went retrograde, because that doesn't happen but what, every 50 to 100 years. Okay, so we're in that time period now. That's when the shift happened. Okay, so based on that, when Saturn itself went retrograde and then went back direct, that's when the time now pressed and started forward. Okay? Anything before that was, and think also things that went on in your life. Okay? Type of relationships you had, the type of jobs you had. Most of it was lies. It was lies. It was more of lies and covering up, right? So the time shift of Saturn itself, even going retrograde in the first place, after so long, on top of Rahu and Ketu, every 20 years, changed and transitioned into another zodiac signs, right? Those was the shifts. That was the shift for us. And when Saturn just went direct, the truth now, and I'm not saying a particular person is giving the truth. I'm talking about in this realm and for us in this reality. The truth now has to come out or be exposed. Now, a lot of people say, oh, okay, you're talking about the age of Aquarius. Okay, if you want to throw that in there, fine. Because originally, I guess they say Saturn used to be the true ruler for Capricorn, but Western and Tropical moved it to Aquarius. Okay? So for me, it's both. But because in Vedic it will still be Saturn originally, Cronus, and then for tropical Western, I could still see Saturn for Aquarius, right? But anyway, her hat is giving Saturn energy, but it looks a lot like Jupiter. It looks a lot like Jupiter because of the ring or the rings that is around it, right? What's retrograde right now? Jupiter in second house of Taurus. Now, if you watch my older videos from the middle of last year when all this political stuff started, a certain person in Vedic would be a Taurus. Okay? In Western, they would be a Gemini. The other person that just um, left a position, I seen them as a what was it? I think a Sagittarius or a Scorpio. Okay, and Vedic, not tropical Western. But anywho, what's about to go direct February the 2nd? Jupiter. Everything that you see has things associated with it. But if you don't know, you will be caught in the unintuitive side of things. Okay? Not everything necessarily is about allegedly conspiracy. It also can be what people have done for years and years and years and years, which is read people's charts. That's why I want you to know what your own chart is also. Okay? Reading and knowing your chart also helps your own destiny. I always try and teach y'all, if you want to call it the magician in the deck, work with the energies that are present in certain houses to help to invoke your prosperity, your abundance. If the energy is set up right now for money, work, and dedication, that's what you need to be concentrated on. Not trying to get into a love relationship because it's not going to be favored, it's not going to work. You're going to get lies, deception, and rejection. You understand what I'm saying? When the energies are falling more for you to have love and seek love and to be open for that, but you're not because you're concentrating on money and anything else, then you're going to miss that door of opportunity for love and partnership to at least be initiated. Okay? But like I say, I want to do that reading tomorrow. Everything always intertwines, whether I'm talking about that or talking about this, all of it will still merge together because that's just how my channel is. That's how they give me the downloads. But because right now, whether you want it or not, you're going to start hearing and getting the truth. You are now going to start speaking the truth. You are now are going to want to be the truth and also walk the truth. If you also remember in what around Thanksgiving, December time, New Year's, what type of readings kept coming out? The Empress energy. And what was I telling y'all then? I said a lot of you divine feminines are going to change, right? A lot of you in divine feminines was going to start changing. Now I know that's gonna not gonna be for every divine feminine, because some people are still behind the veil. Let's just say it that way, okay? And no matter how much truth that they need to seek for their own, they're not going to resonate with it just to be rebellious, okay? Some people still rather be rebellious than to come out of the veil or to have the veil lifted for their own sense of awakening and own sense of progression, okay? Progression forward. Not about the world, but for oneself. Also, always looking at everything in a negative foresight, right? But you will, a lot of you, a lot of you divine feminines, your mindset, your shift is the the truth. And you wanting more of that truth is going to change your structure from within and from the outside. Okay? Now, I will say that the embodiment of the Empress energy is going to start to happen very quickly. A lot of you will start to change your hair. You would either grow it out long, cut it short, do something dramatic like change the color, change the style. Um, like I say, you may go from wearing weaves to natural, or natural to weaves, or you had it long for so long and now you're ready to rock like a shortcut or something like that. But you will do something very drastic. It also can be weight gain, weight loss, strengthening, exercising, running, yoga, some type of health element. Okay. Your mindset is also going to start to think differently. Again, when Saturn went direct, you already had started thinking about these things, right? Now, the other day we kept getting the Grand Trine, the blessings card, and I was telling you about the three planets that was going to be doing like what 180-degree or some type of triangle, and it's going to be different for everybody's personal chart. It could be Jupiter, it could be Jupiter, Saturn, Venus, it could be Mercury, Mars, Jupiter, whatever it is for your particular chart, right? that grand that grand trine, or that alignment of those three planets, thank you, Miss Linda, is going to is happening to assist you with that change. It's been setting up. It's been setting up anyway. I don't know if you've been seeing it, knowing it, feeling it intuitively, high priestess energy, but it's been setting up for months and months and months. A lot of you didn't let it or allow it to come to the forefront of your mind. Okay? As taking that initial change. Not until Saturn really started getting moving forward as direct energy, and then settling down back as a forward energy, right? I'm going to go back to her for a quick reference again, and it's not about her. Okay, let's be adults here. Whether you like her or not, it's not about her. It was about the structure of the type of outfit that she chose with the accessory. Okay? If you intuitive, if you're very open-minded and use your intelligence, you'll understand what I mean. It was about the framework of her outfit with the Jupiter Saturn hat. This is what I mean about divine feminines. You are about to go into your structure. If you look at the way that she's polished and dressed, she's giving Empress energy. If you look at the way the other persons or two people that were dressed that just left that house and position, compare the two. All you seen was structure, structure, structure. That is about to be the epiphany for the people who are embarking on this change from the inside out. It's not about her. We don't know her personally. It's not about her. We're talking about the structure of the embodiment of the image. Okay? Now, I know that a stylist and everything like that pick out their clothes and dress them, etc. But that particular person still says yes or no. I don't want to wear that. I don't like that color. I don't like that style. I would want something more form fitted. I would want something that is more of a double blazer vest, double buttons, whatever, right? It's about the Empress still choosing um, the style, okay? And also fitting a certain frame or whatever. But if you're using your intelligence and your intuitive sense, you understand what I mean and what I'm talking about. This is what, not her or that outfit that you're about to make the change to, but it's about the structure. It's about the structure of that and in your life as an empress. Like I said months ago, you're not going to put up with this. You're not going to put up with that. You're going to start speaking the truth. You're going to start walking the truth. You're about to be the truth. And back to the hat, it's because of Saturn and Jupiter. Okay? Now, of course, Venus has a big role in it too, but the bigger energy is going to be about the Saturn and Jupiter. Now, something is going to start to come your way. You said that, yes, it very did stand out. And you're very right, Miss Linda. I was waiting on somebody to say it. And you know why it stood out? It only stood out to the people who is about to embark on the change. Who understood the presence of what the hat meant as a divine feminine. Okay? And it's not about, oh, she got the money to buy the hat. Okay? It's not about that. It's not about that. The more you think at it, you'll understand what I mean. Okay, when we're ready. Because soon as I seen it, I said, oh, Saturn. Then as I kept looking at it, I was like, but it got rings on it. It's giving Jupiter energy. What is Jupiter? Wheel of Fortune. What is Saturn? Discipline. Acknowledgement. Standing and being in truth. Now, I'm not talking about her personally. I'm talking about from a woman's or empress energy standpoint. Okay? Because the divine feminines, they hear me talking, they understand what I mean. They understand because they're they're about to switch over to that. They're about to either get back to that, or it's time for them to get into that. Okay? And that's what you're about to attract. You're about to attract Jupiter and Saturn energy. I don't think y'all ready for the reading. Y'all been watching too much of these other suckers on YouTube. Perception. Hmm. See through the past. See the past through the. I guess that's why we just saying the Six of Cups. See the past through the lens of grace. Because that's surely what the outfit and the hat was given, was grace. All that occurs is designed. Speaking of designer, all that occurs is designed to support your spiritual evolution. Let's keep going. All right, so that's landing on the Mars energy. Now, what today's reading is about, it's still all going to connect. Don't worry. Okay. Mars is an aggressive, right? So I'm already going to tell you now what's about to happen while Mars is in Gemini is aggressive communication that includes different ways. Okay. Now, it's different types of communication. You got verbal, non-verbal, you can say action, and also maybe body language. But all of it consists of facial expressions, gestures, body language, tone of voice. Let me see, maybe eye contact, touch, and personal space. Now, if you journal or keep notes on things that I tell you and why and when, this will help you on down the line and in the long run when this stuff start to open up or to play out. Okay? Or bookmark this video, save it, create you a playlist so you can always come back to it because I give you timing. Okay? I give you timing. So, perception. But we're talking about Mars, which is what, a soldier, stuff over here moving by itself, child. I had to look over there and see what's going on. Who all in the room with me? Okay. Um, Soldier energy, right? A fighter, a knight. Um, Not only Aries or Scorpio energy, fire energy, spontaneity, something that is spontaneous, something that happens quickly or out the blue. Aggression can also be a fighting energy, a sense of attack, because Mars goes forward. Nothing stops Mars. Mars don't care nothing about your feelings. Mars don't care, like you saying, hey, wait a minute. No. Mars is a energy that's going to keep going and going and going and going. Okay? Until it reaches its destination or what it's doing it for. So, when you're talking about communication, I want you to remember this. You're going to have verbal altercations, fights, can also be debates. This is why you're hearing so many speeches right now, because Mars is officially in Gemini. Okay? You didn't hear a lot of speeches, too much, when Mars was in Cancer, because it was a more of a water energy. It was more of a calming, I want to keep you and make you feel comfortable. I'm not going to say anything or say too much to agitate you or to agitate the situation. I'll probably just back off or ghost you, because I need time to reflect and understand my feelings and emotions of what is not making me feel supported or comfortable. Okay? You understand what I mean? So now that Mars is in a communication house, a mercurial house, Mercury, is all going to be about Mars initiating a person to have that energy and that courage to finally make a decision and take action. Okay? That action can be facial expressions, gestures, body language, using probably a more raised type of voice. Okay? Not a soft one, but a raised one. Or a very um, bass in their voice. Okay? To make it very like thunder and lightning type of I want you to hear and to feel this feeling and emotion, with the backing of the Mars energy, right? Because Mars is aggression. Then you got fierce or direct eye contact. Then you got touch. Now, that also can be good and bad because touch can be bodily harm. It also can be fights. It can be maybe not soft, but it can be very long and very deep type of bear hugs. Okay, because of the Mars energy, right? It could be very, very like squishy, like, okay, you giving me a huge bear hug. Okay, like let up off a little bit, you know? So, but it can also be aggressive touch, which can be very aggressive intimacy, um, kissing, touching, very heavy handed. Thank you. Star angles. Okay, so very heavy handed aggression. It can be grasping. Okay, like, come here, and you be like, oh, I ain't mean to grab you like that. You be like, okay, well, darn, why you grab me so hard? Well, I ain't mean to be heavy handed. Mars energy, right? Um, Unfortunately, it can be. I don't know nothing about boxing, but you know how they talk smack, right? Before they, as a meetup, before they get into the UFC or the boxing ring, but they always want to meet up and talk smack and stuff like that. That's the type of um, points that I'm talking about. Face to face, eye contact, invasion of personal space. Okay. You could be in a grocery store and people are all up on your back. You be like, get off my bike. Get off my back, man. Why are you standing so close? Right? Because it's that Mars or sense of Mars energy running through that person where they're feeling very aggressive and they're ready to go. A lot of people not going to want to wait in line. Okay? A lot of Mars energy is going to be running through people. They're going to be, don't want to waste time, don't want to stand in line. Sometimes you be like, okay, I'll stand in line for a minute. Right? Um, but it ain't going to be none of that. Aggressive driving. Okay? Putting the finger up, sticking the head out the window, saying this, saying that, cussing you out, right? Some people may even stop their car, get out, want to come to the window and fuss and fight. You got people that may want to argue if you're inside of a store or something like that. Um, Cashiers, customer service over the phone, people getting aggressive in their tone of voice. Listen to what I'm telling you. Their tone of voice, which you may not even be on that. because you watch Vesta and you understand what Vesta was saying about Mars being in third house of Gemini. Okay? And you be like, oh, this person letting Mars affect them in the third house. So you may not even come back at the person because you understand. You see what I'm saying? That's why I tell y'all to remember these things. Third house of Gemini is about communication, it's about decision, it's about taking action. It also is make sure I'm saying this right. It's also about willpower and courage. And it's about somebody finally listening to their conscious mind or subconscious mind to finally make a decision and take action and to move forward. Now, it doesn't mean that something's going to come together and stay. Can just be for that time period until Mars leave Gemini and go back to Cancer. That's going to be the more determining factor, okay? Because Cancer fourth house is more stable than third house of Gemini, right? Now, you got people where their perceptions are about to change, okay? Now, if this talking about your mate, your lover, or somebody like that, most of them been gone, ghosted, or ain't been saying nothing. That's about to change. And I'm letting you know now, whoever that is, they're going to try to contact you. They may even come to where you're at because of Mars energy. Mars is giving them the courage. Okay? And the willpower. Because of what they have been perceiving, whether it's good or bad. And now they want or have that willpower. Okay? See that? See that? Y'all seen me? Y'all seen me shuffling? Y'all gon' I hate that y'all have to sleep on me though. It's all good. I'm gonna keep staying here. I'm gonna stay here for y'all. You know. What did I say? Have courage and willpower. Listen to their conscious mind and to finally act or to move because of Mars. Charge forward. When you combine action with unwavering faith, the power of grace will meet your need. Now, some of you may not be about a person, but it's still going to be all day about you. Your perception on how you act, with Mars being in third house of Gemini, you will start to have these revelations. Also can be spontaneous or spontaneity type of epiphanies, downloads, courage, willpower to move or to take some type of action for yourself regarding something in your life. Like I said, change of haircut, hair color, exercise, wardrobe, something you gotta say, something you've been wanting to say, striking up a conversation or allowing a conversation to happen, whatever it is. Okay? So Mars is already telling you that you're about to take action and you're about to make some type of move. Yes? Based on your perception. Now, whatever your perception about something is, that's going to be your type of action. Whether you're ready to come together, break up, separate, uh, say yes to a proposal, say yes that you're ready to date, take on a title, girlfriend, boyfriend, you're ready to move, you're ready to move to another state, you're ready to travel, you're ready to go visit somebody because third house of Gemini is short trips. Ninth house of Sag is more longer distance, right? Again, with your person. If they stay a ways from you, they're going to want to travel now to come and see you, unlike maybe before. Hmm. Some of you, you're thinking that, look at their perspective again. What do I always say on this channel? Perspective and perception. Perspective and perception. Been saying that for what, 4, 5 years? That ain't nothing new. Some of you may think that your or this other person's perspective is like way out there in the Milky Way. Like it's so wrong, it's so lost. Or maybe this is your perception of how you see yourself, how you see a situation, or maybe how you think. Gemini third house. Um, on something that you want to do, whether it's entrepreneurship or starting a business, the way you see yourself, the way you want to live or live out the rest of your life, what you're not accepting in your life, whether it's love, relationships, friendships, um, a change of address and or location. But what's coming out is these here: perception, I think, and perspective. Action needs to be or will be taken on this. Okay. How long is Jupiter? Why I keep saying Jupiter? I'm trying to see how long. Nope, that's not it. How long? Um. Okay. Hmm. Now, for some of you, this also could be about your siblings. Okay. I know everybody don't have them, but Mars is about either cruelty or victory. Okay, so some of you, your siblings, you can get to arguing and fighting, or it's a time to make up with some of y'all about your siblings. Okay, I was looking. Okay, here it go. February the 23rd. Okay, so there your timing. Up until February the 23rd, this reading is going to apply. Then after that, it's going to be direct, still in Gemini, from February through April. So this is your perception and your perspective, and you thinking, you recalculating, you re-strategizing. Some of you may decide to redo it after change of perspective and perception and thinking about something. Are you thinking that, do I have the courage? Do I have the willpower now to do this? To want to do this? To talk to this person? Do I have the courage and the willpower to stop this, to end this, to change jobs, to finally move, to make up with the sibling? Okay? Um, So while Mars is retrograde, is ramping you up with the courage. Okay? The courage is for you to think about your perception and your perspective and how and what you're thinking. Because what's gonna happen is that after Mars finally finishes with Cancer in June, the first week of June, what's going to start after that is the Jupiter and the Saturn energy is going to start really taking effect. Okay. And also, right around that same time, you got Rahu and K2 that will be moving into Leo in fifth house and Aquarius. What is fifth house of Leo? Dating. Whether you want to date or not, that's not the issue. I'm saying it's about meeting, going out, having fun, and that's what starts you with the Jupiter energy. Okay? And Saturn wants you to be, walk, and talk and live in that truth. That truth that is carrying you on down your journey and your path. Okay? Surprise. Right? Okay. Let's get the last one. Because now it's all about you. It's not about you blaming anybody else or anything else. Aries first house. It's all about your perception, your persona, your personality, um, your charm, your charisma. It's all about your shell of a body, how you want it to be, exercising, your food, your diet, you know, your weight, your mindset, your spirituality is all going to be about you in first house. And these are the decisions, celebration, these are the decisions that you are setting yourself up for right now. Okay? While Mars, see, I kept talking about a veil. While Mars is giving you that courage. Because when Mars go direct, still in Gemini, you're going to go through with it. You get me? Movement. Hmm. And beauty. Y'all think I be lying. Y'all know I really do get channeled messages. Okay? Movement. What's this? Venus. Where Venus about to go? Pisces. That's where she going now. If she ain't already over there. Because I know she was in Aquarius. So she might done move already to Pisces. Not quite sure. Okay? Beauty. Movement. What did I say about the hat and the outfit? Y'all still thinking about the lady itself. I ain't talking about her. I was talking about the beauty of the outfit. What did it represent? It represented structure, beauty, truth, empress energy, elegance, grace. Venus energy, empress. It's time for you to move into that. That's why we're seeing it now. Okay? Now I understand. Y'all was good with the pantsuits. You know. And no. We ain't trying to see no more pantsuits. You understand the difference of the shift that I'm explaining to y'all? Do you see it? We went from pantsuits to the box or square type of energy of the outfit with the hat. At least somebody answered me. Thank you, Miss Linda. Okay, surround yourself with simple pleasures. Beauty is the language of the divine. Now, whether you yourself is deciding for some of you to surround yourself with beauty and pleasures, what can that be? That can be, I don't know, nails done, pedicure, more massages, more outings for yourself, solo trips, trip with friends, trips with your spouse or siblings or family members, children. Um, it also can be. Oh, you said you. I know you don't feel good, Reese. Um, the way you think, the way you act, the walk, your stand, your body, paying more attention to your body and what you're feeding it, incorporating brisk walking or exercising. All last week we kept having the sacral, right? The sacral to come out. Creativity, imagination, gut instinct, listening to your intuition. Okay. Procreation or the making of a child, right? The intimacy part. All of that. The whole, what, 40 minutes I've been talking about these two cards here. I told you the hat, the outfit was going to tie in still to the reading. So maybe I don't have to do it tomorrow. Okay? All right, let's clarify these real quick so we can wrap this up. Um, because it really need to be a two-part series. One of my moderators, I understand that I need to do the other ones. I hope y'all wrote the list down like I asked you. But include a part two of Mars direct in Gemini for me, please. So, what did I say earlier about a fog, about the veil? Okay, about the veil. Some people still not gonna see it. They not gonna get it. Why? Because they're too busy wanting to point the fingers at everything and everybody else instead of initiating and doing the change within. Well, I don't like that person, so my perception and my perspective is only going to be about downing them when you need to turn it this way and do something. Okay? Do something. Take your own veil down. Okay? But it is going to be a lot of back and forth. It's going to be a lot of opinions. You're going to see a lot of back to back to back to back to back social media posts, newscasts, broadcasts, communication, email, text, DM. You said yep, Michael Jackson. I don't even I didn't I need to find out what Michael Jackson was in Vedic. I don't even know her birthday in Vedic, but I know something in her seventh house. Something is in her second or her seventh house or 11th house because of the outfit that she wore with that hat. Because it's giving off, like I said, Jupiter, Saturn, and Venus energy. Now her spouse is Venus energy, Taurus Libra. Okay, because I see that person as a Taurus. Western tropical see that person as a Gemini. So Jupiter is, like I said, retrograde in Taurus right now, but February the 2nd is about to go direct. Okay, so a lot of people not gonna like that, but if it's a person's chart, it's a person's chart. So some good things, unfortunately, is going to start happening and unfolding for that particular person because Jupiter grants blessings. Okay, whether that person deserve it or whatever, that's over our pay grade. That's over our pay grade. That's over our pay grade. Okay, I didn't want this. Let me get the let's worry about where your blessings at instead of somebody else's. Let's worry about that. That's more important. But Jupiter's about to go forward. Three of Wands, thank you. And just like you, okay, Jupiter going forward in the second house of Taurus, where your money is. Second house of Taurus is your savings, your checkings, is your resources, is your material realm. It still can be linked to your home. That's more a fourth house of Cancer. Um, what else? Yeah, especially your finances, okay, and emotional security. Second house of Taurus is also things that you eat and your speech. Just a couple of things, right? So, you're going to be making perceptions and decisions and different perspectives on what you're eating. Very mindful of it. Okay? Some people, depending on who they are and their chart, with Mars being there, you may start picking up eating more. Okay? You may just be eating. You may be just going out to eat, or just cooking, or snacking. That's that Mars energy. okay, which is force, okay. And second house of Taurus is a food house. So I'm telling you, if you need to charge for and start exercising, briskly walking, um, it's telling you to move. You see how these are moving cards? Act, move, spontaneity, force. It's time to move around. It's time to get up. It's time to do something because Mars is finna make you do it. Okay? That sitting around in the bed and on the couch, laying across here, and you're gonna start to pick up and see in your perception and your perspective that you're gonna start doing it less, doing it less, doing it less because Mars is in the second house. Some of you will start to eat. Some of you will start to be more mindful and eat less. Some of you may even start to fast unknowingly. And some of you, unfortunately, may have a uncomfortable conversation, probably with the person who is expecting you, or you. Some of you are already expecting for this person to contact you. Okay. Well, god darn. Okay. Period. Wheel of Fortune. You ain't have to pop out like that. Y'all be sleeping on me. I'm told y'all. Whatever. Come on with it. Six of Cups. Now, this may not necessarily be somebody you're thinking about currently. This can be somebody from a while ago, maybe up to 3 years ago. Oh, please, not that person. Maybe or longer. Okay, 3 to 6 years ago. Don't have to be somebody you're actually thinking about as of recent. This can be somebody finally having the courage after the Saturn went retrograde, back direct. Jupiter had to go retrograde. Um, and all this other stuff, right, had to happen. Um, Now this person could be from your high school, college, your old community, where you used to stay, the block you used to hang on, whatever it was. This person can be from the past. hmm Page of Wands. Now, surprised to see it in reverse. Um, you see how these are in reverse? It's waiting on you to understand what you finna do and where you finna go. Three of Wands. It's waiting on your perception because you have to take the action. Now, if you don't, with Mars being in Gemini, you're gonna have what they call that can be restless leg syndrome. Allegedly, it can be what kind of I forgot what they call it where you wasting energy, right? It's like you're wasting inertia. You're wasting tenacity. You're just wasting energy that is ready to be expelled because we have a lot of stored energy in our cells and our bodies, right? And it needs to be conduitive or conducted out. It needs to be worked out. Okay? We expend that energy or expand that energy or use that energy when we do go to work. I know everybody don't work, but the stored energy that is there, a lot of times we use it, some people for exercise. Some people use it, of course, when we go to work. Um, and we're doing whatever we do for a living, right? But it's still stored energy. It can be mentally. Maybe you're a writer or you work in marketing. You're using your imagination or your creativity. That's stored energy in your mind. You understand what I mean? If you do warehouse work or you work on a truck, um, logistics or packing in a warehouse or something. You're expelling that energy by walking, using your hands, okay? Walking around, picking up boxes. Whatever you're doing, you're expelling that energy. If you're an at home mom, you're still using that energy. You're mopping, you're cleaning, you're changing diapers, you're vacuuming, you're cleaning up, you're washing dishes, you're washing clothes. You're still expelling that energy. For the people who are just sitting down, not doing nothing, but their body feel like it's getting more tense and full, and it's kind of like, I don't want to get up and do anything. Wasted energy. Okay? So, like I said earlier, Wheel of Fortune, Ben called it out, the Jupiter and the Saturn. Expansive, optimistic, you got the Three of Wands here, tolerant, grateful, destiny, a turning point, goodwill, fortune, luck, growth, being optimistic, making stable changes. Like I said, Jupiter's about to go direct, second house of Taurus, February the 2nd. So Mars is already in Gemini now. So the combination is going to come together. For some of you, that grand trine was Jupiter and Mars. So what would be the third planet for you? Some is Venus because of the beauty down there. Okay? You got concern, energy, the heart. Like I said, love, romance, joy, bliss, heart's desire, content, affection, fulfillment, kindness, and forgiveness. Somebody is wondering or thinking, when is the right time to act, come forward, charge forward, okay? Because they want to be friendly again to get you back in their good graces. Can also be vice versa. Um, because whether you know it or not, this person's perception and perspective is they're still being optimistic. You may say, well, I hate that person. I don't care what they doing. Okay. They're still being optimistic. Some of you, in the back of your mind, um, did you say fat ass, Miss Linda? Um, Let me say this, Aris, before I lose my thought. Some of you are, everybody is different. Some of you still have some type of optimism for this person. You just may know literally that it's not gonna work. Okay, maybe the way they act, some changes that they need to do, a change in their attitude, a lack of spiritualism or religion, um, their ways, the way they talk to you or the way they talk to people. It can be anything, right? The veil is falling. The veil is falling for everybody, not just you and not just this person. It's time for the Wheel of Fortune for us, not only individually, but for us as a unit, as a collective, as a country. Okay, you also know that the United States does have a birth chart. I know everybody don't watch me belongs in the United States, but every country or whatever has a birth chart because everything is a living entity. Okay, it's time for our prosperity. I don't know why people don't want it, don't want to realize it, don't want us to have it. I don't know. Okay, but it's gonna happen, and it's about to happen anyway. So the growth is about to happen. The expansion is about to happen. So it's saying for you that you have to now start to change your perception and your perspective. How you think, when you think it, what you say, when you say it, and how you say it. Okay? That's going to be very important from now up until, when did I say? February the 23rd, which is not that long. Because those determining actions is going to be what happens for you in whatever type of department, genre, or category, okay, when Mars goes direct in Gemini February 24th through April. I hope y'all keeping up. This also go for your person. When they call or contact you, how and what they're talking and what they're expressing as they're thinking, their perception and their perspective is going to be the determining factor on how things move forward when Mars is direct, because Mars need to be direct, okay, for stuff to charge and to act forward. Right now, this is the pregame by it being retrograde. This is in reverse, which is not a good sign, still an omen. No more baggage, no more burdens. You're not cursed, not feeling guilt or shame, and no regret, because this is in reverse. I don't want you to be or feel like that if you don't take action, whether it's now or when Mars go direct. It don't matter. Let me speed this up. See there? Pushing forward. Just like the chariot. Successful, competition, drive, get it done, lead, finishing first, dominate, persist, and the will to win. This is why these action cards, the Page of Wands and the Ace of Wands, is in reverse. Because what's going to happen is whatever is going to go on for you up until 23rd of February, you're going to be like this. Because you're going to be hesitant. You can still be in the frame mind of your perception and perspective changing about things, about yourself, about people, about what you want, about your growth, what you're going to be tolerant for, what you're not going to be tolerant for, because you're about to choose from these cups. Okay? Now you can call it daydreaming, you can call it options, you can call it confusing. It's just like you don't want to choose the wrong thing again. Okay? That's why your mindset, third house of Gemini, needs a change in your perception and your perspective. How you look at yourself, how you looking at somebody else or a situation, a job, a business, with Jupiter here. Okay? Your money, your possessions, also your emotional security. How you walk, how you talk, how you think, and what you say. Alright, let's check the bottom of the deck, which is on a quest, migration, relocation, dependable, know where you're going. Is that cyclical? And faithful. Know where you're going is this Three of Wands. Okay? You're standing there and trying to figure out where you're going and what you're finna do next. You've already done this over here. That's good and that's fine. That's your stability. That's the action. You tried to date somebody and it didn't go good. That's everything you already done. That ace. Okay? You already did take on something else. You're holding on to this Ace of Wands right here. Right? That's this. You see it? That's what you're holding. These two don't matter. You got that on lock. That's good. This is the growth and expansion here that you're holding in your hand. 3 plus 1 is 4. What's going back to Cancer, 4th house? Mars. When is that doing that? February 24th through April. This is your optimism. This is your expansion. This is your turning point. Okay? And all of that is based on what you're about to charge forward, what you're thinking, how you thinking, what you want, your perception and your perspective. What is your true heart's desire? What type of baggage are you willing or wanting to carry with you? Okay. Um, Affection, fulfillment, kindness. For some of you, even forgiveness. It's going to be up to you. Because that will, that courage, willpower, right? What did I say? Courage, willpower, tenacity, um, listening to your conscious mind, finally making a decision, and to take action. What is this? Persistence and the willpower to win. The drive force. What is the drive force? The Mars energy. What is these? So I can finish this up. Okay. Mm. Stable, enduring, solid, steady, restrained, secure. Again, willpower. God darn. Here you go. This is Scorpio energy, the death card in reverse. Anything that was inactive is about to come active. Anything that was forgotten is about to come back to the surface. Okay? Anything that you were discouraged about, you're about to have the courage and the willpower and the perseverance to do it, get it done, handle it. Okay? And I know you see breakup in reverse. So again, somebody's going to come towards you. Could still be business opportunities, a job calling you back, finally thinking of the moon, but that gave us the sun. Okay. Hangman in reverse, you're standing up. Okay? You're not in reverse. No more contemplating. Okay? No more contemplating. Changing your perception. How you looking at something, somebody, or a situation, or yourself. Because you're about to have the courage to do it. Let's end it with this. Let me get up off of here. I know it's almost been, what, 2 hours? No, 15. Chaos and conflict. No more chaos and conflict. If it is, it's going to be your determining factor to have perseverance, the courage and the willpower and the perseverance and the endurance to move forward. So for some of you, it can be through forgiveness. It can be through a change of perception and perspective. It can be also forgiveness to your own self. Don't have to be toward anything or anybody else. I wasn't trying to get no 2 cards, man. Okay, well, it's giving us balance and the devil. Now, y'all gonna keep seeing the devil card coming out anyway because Vedic Sidereal, the sun is in Capricorn up until February the 14th. So, not surprised to see that. So, saying that also right now, the sun in Capricorn, this can be for a lot of you about business, your stability when it comes to how you work, how you make your money, your income. Um, some of you may have a turning point of getting some type of reward, accolade, deposit, something set up, some type of income or something coming in. Also can be passive income, because Jupiter is about to go direct in a second house of your money. So things that were chaos and conflicted before when it came to your income or, your resources, your sense of stability or where you live, where you stay, your marriage, issues with your siblings and or for some of you masculines, your children, that's about to clear up. Okay? Anything that was a sense of chaos or conflict with um for a lot of you, some people using you for aggression, lust, intimacy, third party situations, um, a sense of the wrong type of attachment. Also, for some of you, can be toward food. Okay, really about toward food. You're about to get a balance. A balance is about to come in towards you. Now, if you're not going to allow any type of apology or anything like that, loyal heart. Because I don't know why I said that and why I pulled another card. Because you're going from this energy either within about what you crave, what you eat, how you talk, how you think, how you move, what you're attached to, that's preventing you or will prevent you to come out of chaos and conflict, or prevent you to go into this expansion and growth and being able to make better, stable changes, because it's coming here. You see the balance, the yin and the yang. It, this also could be about relationship, how somebody was treating you, or their perception of how they wanted to treat you is about to come to a balance. Okay? The conflict, the chaos that they were causing, the way that was acting, how they were talking, they were not making stable changes. They didn't want to expand. Even if it's just friendships, somebody still want to take it to the next level. Okay? So, now Jupiter also is dad. It also can be father. Making up with your father if they're still here, a uncle, a brother. Um, and for some of you, also spouse. So this can be an incoming spouse or somebody that you're about to date um, more steadily, if you have the courage and the willpower to actually do it. Okay? Because Jupiter also can be husband. Don't forget what's down here at the end, which is Venus energy. Venus is about to move to Pisces. So we're going to have to do that video. Okay? But you're about to be on a new quest. And you're about to understand where you're about to go and how you about to go about it. So that's going to be the energy from now up until February 23rd. Then when we get to Mars direct, I think Mercury may be retrograde by then. I have to check and see. But I think that should be your reading for right now. Let me throw y'all out one of these because they keep making me look at it. Okay. No. Surrender your fear to intimacy. Now, that's why they wanted me. Surrender to stress and surrender to obsessive thinking. Yeah. Keep thinking about it over and over and over again is not helping you to make a change in your perception or your perspective, because that's not giving you courage to finally make a decision and to do something about it. Either you're going to say yes or either you're going to say no. Same thing with your person. They're obsessively thinking about it, but that's about to stop because they're about to have the courage, the willpower, and the perseverance to come towards you and to say something because they're tired of stressing. Okay? They need to stop fearing intimacy, and so do you. And both of you need to stop stressing and obsessively thinking about issues, things, chaos, conflicts, a lack of growth, a lack of expansion in oneself and in one's life. Remember, we was talking about first house of Aries, your personality, your persona, your physical body, your mindset, your conscious mind, not your subconscious, because your conscious mind is more of your brain. Your subconscious is linked to your intuition and your spirit. Okay? So this transition here is connected to your conscious, which is connected to your physical body. Okay? Yes? All right. Thank y'all so much for watching. Make sure you hit the like button if you see this at a later time. And yeah, just think about what I said. If you replay the picture of the hat, look at it again, and tell me what you see and what your perception and your perspective intuitively is telling you, okay, as an Empress energy, about how you want to start to see yourself as a sense of structure, with the Saturn and the Jupiter energy speaking through you from the hat perspective. Okay? All right. Love y'all. See y'all in the next one. You said read the chart. I did read the chart. Oh, where can you let me well, you can find the Grand Trine in your chart. So I tell y'all all the time to download the Cosmic Insight. I'm not sponsored. Y'all know where it's at. Y'all the moderators. Okay? Download it. If you can, put your exact time of birth in there. That will be even better. But if you can't, put 12 noon. It's free. And you can see the Grand Trine in your own personal chart. It's going to be the three major planets. And you're going to see in your chart where they're aligned at a angle like this on your chart. Okay? On the setting, and I know y'all can't read and understand all of that, but you don't have to. Just look at the charts down at the bottom in the app and make sure you put it on South Node. Okay? Put it on South Node. Read it in South Node. It's going to be square boxes as your chart. The number one is going to be your first house on how we see you as Vedic. Your zodiac sign may change. And then it's going to show you what major planets is at a kind of like a triangle form. Okay? So, example, in Vedic Sidereal, if you're in Aquarius, you're going to have Saturn there, right? Then after that, what would be the next closest major planet for you? Because that's going to be different for me, okay? Even if we're the same zodiac sign. Because I'm going to have a different rising or ascendant. I'm going to have a different moon than you. You understand? So, it's going to be the three major planets sitting probably in your first, third, and seventh. That's what they're giving me. I don't know if that's correct. So let me find out and still let me get a download on it, and I'll bring it up tomorrow in the reading. But I think because that is the prosperity signs, right? Those are the best houses. I think it's 1, 3, and 7. Some people say 3, 6, 9, but I know it can be 3, 6, 9. But I'm hearing 1, 3, and 7 because it's self, third house of Gemini, which is courage. Okay, fifth house, if past good luck from ancestors, and number seventh is Venus, which is relationship and marriage. But it should be the first three major planets that would be as like a triangle. or an obtuse angle, okay, in your chart. But just research it, look at it, and let me know, and I'll find out and figure it out for tomorrow, okay? Thank y'all so much. Ooh, it ended on my birthday, 1:30. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye-bye.